Quick, to the review mobile, Robin. So Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders is a new DC animated movie. This one was once again released by Fathom Events for one night only. And this is a series that tries to harken back to the 60s TV show. It's got Adam West and Burt Ward back as Batman and Robin, and Julie Newmar as Catwoman again. Cesar Romero, Burgess Meredith, some of them have passed on, so they got new actors to replace those roles. And the plot of this movie is basically Batman and Robin, and they're battling Catwoman, the Joker, and the Penguin, and the Riddler. That's about it. Now obviously there's a little more to it, but that's all the trailer tells you, that's all I'm gonna tell you. And this hasn't been the best year for DC, let's be honest here. Batman v Superman was disappointing, Suicide Squad was really divisive, Killing Joke I found to be pretty disappointing. If you just watch the Killing Joke part itself, it's pretty good, it's decent, it's passable, but it's just that half-hour prologue that really bogs the movie down. So yeah, overall I was let down by the Killing Joke, and let down by Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad. But I gotta say, this is the most fun I have had watching Batman on screen all year. Actually my second favorite, because one of my local theaters, they showed the original Tim Burton Batman on the big screen over the summer, so I got to see that. That was really awesome. But as far as new Batman movies go, yeah, this is the best one of the year. Now this movie is just all sorts of ridiculousness, but it knows exactly what type of ridiculousness it's trying to achieve. Now the voice cast all around is really good. The guy playing the Joker, he kind of like mixes Cesar Romero with Mark Hamill. He definitely leans more on the Cesar Romero side, so he was a really fun Joker. I thought the Riddler was fine. Penguin was really fun. He's got this weird cackle that almost reminded me of Wario from Mario. Honestly, I'm not that well versed in the 60s Batman TV show. My first experience really with Adam West as Batman was in Fairly Odd Parents, when he played a cartoon version of himself, and he played a character called Catman on an old TV show from the 60s, obviously a parody of Batman. But I also have the original 60s movie. I've watched it a couple times. I think it's fun. I did have more fun watching this though, because that one feels like a cartoon, but it's live action. This one feels like a cartoon, but it is a cartoon, so it just gels a little better. Plus, you can get away with some of the more hokey stuff. But the cast that I haven't talked about yet, the returning cast, Burt Ward has not aged a day. He sounds exactly like Robin did in the 60s. Adam West also sounds pretty close to what he sounded like in the original series. You can tell that he's a little bit older, but the guy has such a commitment to the role of Batman. He has such a commitment to knowing, like, this is kind of hokey, but we're gonna make it so serious, and that's what's gonna make it awesome. In the theaters, there was actually this behind-the-scenes thing after the movie, and one of the guys says, like, you can have the most ridiculous set pieces ever, but as long as you are playing it serious, that's where the comedy comes from. So they don't wink at the camera too much. Adam West, you can tell, is just soaking up all of this. And Julie Newmar as Catwoman, for the most part it feels right, but I'd say probably a quarter of her lines you can tell this is like an 80-year-old woman voicing Catwoman. She just kind of has that older timbre to her voice. It's kind of like, imagine in Titanic, you know how you have old Rose and you have young Rose? Imagine if old Rose, Gloria Stewart, she was like reading some of Kate Winslet's lines. I thought in Titanic they did a good job of making those two actresses feel like they're playing the same character, but it would still feel a little weird, you know what I'm saying? And this movie's incredibly predictable. You can see everything coming from a mile away. There's one part about a third of the way into the movie. It's really the whole second act. They go in this one direction, and I liked where it went, because I thought that this movie was gonna feel like a really long, stretched out episode of the Adam West TV show, and it feels like a couple different episodes crammed into one, but not in like the Star Wars Clone Wars style where it just doesn't work. It does work, but this middle section focuses a little more on story than it does on comedy, so there's not as much action and laughs in that middle act, but I was never bored watching it. I still enjoyed it. Overall, Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders was exactly what I wanted it to be. It's just so cool that 50 years after that TV show started, we can still get Adam West and Burt Ward playing Batman. The movie's hokey, it's ridiculous, it knows that, it has fun with it. I think if you know that going in, you're not expecting The Dark Knight, you're gonna have a lot of fun. Speaking of The Dark Knight, they have some good references to other Batman stuff. I noticed some stuff towards Tim Burton's Batman and some of the Nolan stuff. So this is the most fun I've had watching a new Batman movie all year. Check it out, it comes out on digital today, and if you're watching this like 20 years in the future, it's already out on digital, so go check it out. It also comes out on Blu-ray at the beginning of November. I'm gonna wait for the Blu-ray because I like having the disc. I hear they're making a sequel to this with William Shatner as Two-Face. I'm looking forward to that. But if you guys have seen Return of the Caped Crusaders, let me know what you think of it down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, you can click subscribe and check out some of my other stuff, and I'll catch you guys next time.